How do I know if I'm talking too much or too long?
You get 6 minutes?
Yeah.
But how do I
A
know?
little bit lenient.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, y'all. Great to see you all. I'm grateful to be here for another 1 Million Cups this morning. It's a beautiful morning. Thankful to have our special guest, have you all, my crew. And let's go ahead and get started. Before we do that, let's just go ahead and kind of say a little bit about what 1 Million Cups is. So 1 Million Cups was created by the Kaufman Foundation with a mission to support entrepreneurs by providing education, engagement, and connections. What started off as a small program in Kansas City back in 2012 has now grown to over 163 communities, including right here in Chico, California. This gives us this opportunity to be here with you all this morning. At its core, 1 Million Cups is a free program designed to empower and connect local entrepreneurs, where individuals come together to share ideas, seek feedback, and learn from one another. The goal of 1 Million Cups is to lower the barrier of access to education and resources for all entrepreneurs. Ooh, so that's my little get down. First, we'll kind of just give you a quick overview of what our agenda looks like for the day. We'll have our 6-minute presentation, get to about 20-minute Q&A sessions, then we'll wrap up from there. If you would like to kind of stay connected with our 1 Million Cups community, please feel free to find us at 1millioncups.com/Chico. There you can sign up to present, as well as just kind of stay connected with who we have coming on as businesses for our entrepreneur ecosystem. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Irene Galvany from Spun Organic Cotton Candy.
Yeah.
Stand right here. Give me 1 sec. I will queue up your slides. Go ahead and give me a little signal when you're ready to change your slide. Other than that, go ahead and get started.
Okay, so how I started was, I just basically, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I wanted money for vacations and stuff like that. And so we would always go to the county fair and I would watch all the different foods and see what was popular.
It's okay.
My thing that I was doing.
I'm good.
So, I really like cotton candy. I mean, I don't like cotton candy, but I liked how cotton candy made people excited. I noticed that no other food thought that, people were it just ignited that happiness.
Yeah.
And so I rented a machine and I told everybody in the neighborhood, I'm just gonna try and spin and see if I could do it. So up in the top left are my 2 kids and our rented machine, and we set up in the garage and did cotton candy.
Right.
Let's go to my notes.
I got
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, of course.
I like that you have that you did the free thing. That was so cute. And they were still so good already, so early on.
Also besides that, I needed, I have health issues, and so every career that I had, I wasn't reliable. So I needed something that I could do on my own schedule.
Sure.
That was just a couple hours a week, or I didn't have to do it, that it was all that I could pick and choose.
Right.
And so that's why I was thinking like the food vendor thing, because it's very seasonal.
Yeah.
You know, you don't work half the year. During the cold season, there's nothing going on.
Right.
So, so if you look there, I have different flavors. So I wanted to do it, cotton candy in a different type of way.
Yeah.
We rented at the machine, like people from all over the neighborhoods just really liked it. And so, I was trying to think like how I could do it different. I asked a friend of mine who knew business if she was a bookkeeper and she knew how to do forms and everything. So I asked her if she wanted to go in business with me. She said yes. So we agreed to do this, and At that point, my son started, my son was trying to get diagnosed with his issues that were going on, and it was costing us a fortune, just in all the tests. And so at that point, it switched from wanting to go on vacation to needing to pay for medical bills.
Yeah.
And also at that time, it was, allergies were all the trend. Suddenly, everybody had dye allergies, wheat allergies, nut allergies.
Yeah.
So because of that, I switched from trying to do regular cotton candy to doing organic, vegan, gluten-free, nut-free, kosher. It needed to be, I needed to have really high standards.
Yeah.
Because I knew that this could literally be a life or death thing.
Right.
It's made in a, factory that manufactures nuts.
Right.
And that, especially with, so many kids were having dye allergies.
Yeah.
And so it had needed to be dye-free, all
Mhm.
organic, everything like that.
Okay.
So after that, I, ordered Easy Up, got all my permits. My friend who was gonna help me moved away, and so it was all on my own, but I was still gonna do it.
Right.
So I got all that done. Figured out how to do organic sugars and rented a spot at Thursday Night Market. And just to see how it went. And it was really well received. In the next slide on the top right, you can see
Wow.
that is the.
Love the line
first-
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that was when we first started at Christmas preview. No other vendor had ever been allowed to do Christmas preview. But because we were the only option for people in town that were vegan, that couldn't eat all that red candy cane.
Right.
All this stuff that was in the food and treats that were being passed around downtown. So we had a huge line for people just thanking us for being an allergy-friendly option.
Yeah.
After that, so we did that, and then I didn't like the Easy Up because if it was windy, it would literally go away.
Right.
And there were so much setup. So I had a cart design that would come apart and fit in the back of my Highlander, which is why I
Smart.
do the parasols, because it needed to be flexible.
Right.
And on the bottom left, you'll see the cart that I ended up with.
Yeah.
You could pick it all up and it literally was a giant puzzle. After that, I wanted, just my creative side wanted different options for the
Yeah.
cart, so I also designed the Halloween, the wedding cart, and you'll see the Chico steak one that I also use for Christmas.
Good.
People started asking if I could do birthday parties and things like that.
Smart.
But it was too expensive and I needed 2 people to do the big cart. So then I designed that little petite mini version.
Oh, I love it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so I think this is, you can go on from this. Next one, why cotton candy? This is why. I think that's Johnny's diagnosis, she moved. Yeah, that one is basically what I just said. And so the problems that we address, like I said, allergies, allergies were so trendy. Not trendy, but you suddenly heard about it everywhere.
Yeah.
Seemed like
We're more
everybody
aware.
had food issues.
Yeah.
And I
for
don't know if
sure.
it was because, our diets were changing. I mean, nobody knows the reason why, though we all kind of do. Know the reason why we're all having these food issues.
Right.
But I think people were just starting to talk about them and to talk about the struggle.
Right.
Looking at the ingredients list, everybody's looking at the ingredients and they couldn't buy it.
Yep.
And so that's what the problems that we address. We are allergy friendly, everything has very high standards. All my organic flavors, which I have probably about 50 organic flavors at this time.
Oh, wow.
Everything from gooey apple pie and ghost pepper and mango to champagne grape to
Wow.
cherry and vanilla. And
Yeah.
so, so that's what I address on that, and the problem I solve is that we have that.
Yeah, tell us a little bit, yeah.
So marketing, when I started, I was only a mom on Facebook and didn't know anything else about social media except for posting vacation pictures. And then I had to learn what Instagram was
Yeah.
and how you do that. And then I had a website built, and literally 3 days ago, my teenager signed me up for TikTok.
Oh,
It's really good. No, I was gonna suggest that, yeah.
I'm just learning how to do TikTok.
Okay.
Other ways, mostly word of mouth is the best. At events, we always have cards out, and so
Mhm.
people hire us. It's good for when they see actually what we're doing.
Yeah,
The magic of cotton candy is what grabs their attention.
yeah.
Just as seeing it be made, people just freak out. And so, other ways, when we do events at schools, like tomorrow, we're doing Parkview
Oh,
Elementary
nice.
Harvest Fair.
Yeah.
A portion of our proceeds gets donated back to PTA.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I was a teacher, all my family's teachers, so it really supports
Yeah.
schools. Word of mouth, of course, is wonderful. We donate to fundraisers, cotton candy cakes, tubs, cotton candy cupcakes. We did the Walk Woof and Wag, donated cakes to that this
Oh.
past week.
Okay, yeah, my daughter was there.
No, really,
Yeah.
the cotton candy cake was on, it was
Okay,
ours.
cool.
And because so many kids ask us questions.
Yeah,
How is it made? They're mesmerized when they watch it
sure.
made.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, because I spend so much time spinning cotton candy, answering that question. And a lot of people ask about the history of cotton candy. I think that's very strange, because I've never asked questions like
You
that.
know,
when I
actually,
ask
that
me.
sounds like something I would ask,
Yeah.
Really?
honestly. Yeah,
People
like,
ask, or another question, why cotton candy? Why did you choose that?
Right.
I've never asked anybody, why did you be a nurse?
Yeah.
But people ask those questions all the time. So I am considering doing like a field trip cart where I can go to the
Oh,
school.
great
and walk
idea.
through And spin cotton candy and go through all the explanations, and the kids can,
that's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea.
like, just an alternate service. That in groups and things. And it's the only food that goes from a solid to a liquid back to a solid,
Huh,
and
there's some chemistry right there.
and it's
Right.
so, it's probably the healthiest street around, which nobody really thinks. They just see this giant mound of sugar, which really is mostly air. Like, the way I spin my cotton candy is different than the way other people spin, because I know kids want big, moms want less sugar.
Right,
So like one of our cones has like 2 lifesavers worth of sugar in it.
see,
No fat.
yeah,
There's no fat in it, and the organics is mostly just fruit in it.
Good.
Very little sugar. If you take, like, we've done tests and taken our giant cotton candy cone and left it out, and when it dissolves, it ends up to be like a nickel size disc.
Ooh.
yeah. So I am one of those people who ask, like, what's the history of cotton candy? But you already explained why you got into cotton candy, which is a great explanation. So, but yeah, I don't know if it's part of. Oh, should I? Yeah, let me quit talking and let you finish with your
I
slide.
think only one more slide. So,
That's the last one. Was
Okay.
something I did.
oh, good.
The business model,
Custom catered treats.
Mm.
what I think is different than what I do compared to other people that are maybe selling an app or who knows?
Right.
Is I'm selling a memory. So many people that we meet, especially like senior citizens, when they come up, instantly their mind goes back to
To
where they
when-
went to a
yep.
carnival with their dad.
Yep.
And they light up and they're
Yep.
so excited. It's really good for oh, maybe I should start doing senior centers.
I was just
Like
gonna,
people with
Yeah.
memory care facilities, because suddenly all this memory start coming back. So I'm selling an experience,
It's good.
I'm selling fun, I'm entertaining. When I'm doing cotton candy, I wear these like vintage polka dot pink. and
I
pink
saw some of
polka
those
dot dresses.
pictures. Yeah.
And I'm selling, so I'm the entire package.
Yeah, she's not
Yeah.
overselling.
Yeah.
right?
Like, you don't need to get a birthday cake. I'm the magician.
Yeah,
I'm the hostess,
entertainer,
I'm
yeah.
like everything.
you have that teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was a teacher for preschool and Sunday school, so I know how to work with kids. I'm better with little kids than I am with grown-ups. We have 2 cards, our grand card, which gives you unlimited cotton candy, unlimited cones, summer to spin it, and 3 flavors. Our petite card is the same thing. You get 2 flavors, which, as far as I've seen, almost every other business, you only get 1 flavor. I give 2.
Mhm.
My prices are lower than anyone else that I found by about $50.
Mhm.
And I have yet to see anybody who just something like our big cart.
Right.
There's, I have nothing like that, and I scour, carts looking for something like that.
Wow.
I also do cotton candy cakes.
Huh.
An entire cake has less sugar than 1/3 of a whole cookie.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, I love those, they're milk chocolate, oh my gosh, we're always there. We do tubs, we're doing Halloween tubs right now with like
Okay.
spooky faces on them, we get
Nice.
cones, things like that. Okay,
Next slide, cool.
and you'll notice, in the top left is our push pops. Those little
Wow.
balls are glitter bombs, they have edible glitter inside, you drop them in a drink. It fizzes out and makes a glitter swirl.
Huh.
Wow.
We did red and gold for the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Tubs, those are our cakes. There's the
Wow.
tubs that we're doing for Halloween. And the cakes, so that is what I'm hoping to push more are our cakes.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Wow, quite innovative.
Too many ideas.
Yeah, no, they're great.
Competitive landscape. Any events where people sell dessert option is our competitor. Especially the shave ice truck or the
Yes,
snow
yep.
cones. Cause they're a sweet
seasonal, too.
and a drink.
Mhm.
And if it's a hot
Okay.
day, we just like sit and wave at all the kids going by. They're screaming, cotton candy. And parents are like,
Oh.
yeah, anything that sells sweets is our competition.
Absolutely.
And our competitive edge, allergy friendly, we're the only vegan option around here, though now, we also do the carnival style in all the bright colors. We
Mhm.
have about 10 flavors of those. And like watermelon, pina colada, bubblegum, blue raspberry, and yeah, and so many flavors people never even dreamed that they could get.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these flavors.
Awesome.
And I think, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, ask of the community. Hearing sporadic help. Okay, good.
Yes.
Done deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Me too.
Immediately.
So I'll address the first one in a moment.
So, yeah, how to hire somebody
Yeah.
to have people that in my back pocket that I can call and say, hey, I need someone tomorrow for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And how do I
Business
grow my
partners,
team? Because
tricky.
me.
Yeah. Business partners are tricky.
She said she's the creative side.
Yeah.
Business
And you
side.
want somebody who's more on the business side.
Yeah, because I'm not a business person, I'm just winging it,
Yeah.
I'm making this.
I
up
feel
as
you.
go.
I feel you.
Yeah, exactly.
My husband calls me the VP of winging it. So. Okay, great. Each one of these has a different directive here. So
Good, yeah, that's
we'll
perfect.
address the first one. So
Okay.
sporadic help. So ironically, there is a student startup at the college level that's starting called Done Deal. And Done Deal helps people with their tasks for part-time hiring needs.
Oh, yes,
So they are just getting started. They're a team of 7. They also do kind of interviews and background checks
Oh,
on
like
people.
Task Rabbit.
Yes.
Exactly. So many people who do not know what TaskRabbit is. So it's exactly like TaskRabbit, except for that they're going to have very limited offerings to get started because they want to make sure that they keep their liability down. So for example, if somebody needed like their inside of the house painted, they're not going to do that yet. They would probably wait until they had people who were licensed in the system as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are the second person that would be, would fit perfectly to have, say, I just need help next Saturday for 4 hours, blah, blah. They would be able to assign a tasker to you,
Yeah, I
right?
need someone for tomorrow and for someone for Saturday.
Okay, well, we'll get you set up on the platform next. Okay, we'll do that after the recording. Okay, and then that way so they have their unique value proposition is that not only do they interview each person who wants to be a tasker, but they also do background checks.
Oh.
So they do that ahead of time. Well, I mean, there's just too many weirdos out there,
Yeah.
and so we want to make sure that the students start speaking, and it also keeps them in compliance with their general liability business insurance, right? So it just keeps everything on the up and up. And then, so like I said, we'll talk about that after the recording. Okay, growing just from me. Okay, well, so has this exceeded your expectations?
Yes, when I started this with my son needing medical stuff, everything, all the proceeds from this has gone to pay for the trips to and from the hospitals and the hotels.
Right.
And like a little treat, afterwards,
Sure,
make it worthwhile. So we've paid for 4 surgeries. He just had his 5th surgery in 4 years.
Okay,
So like he's not working with me tomorrow
right.
because he's still on a walker, I think. Walker, I think he just got to a cane level.
Okay,
But so it's just me and him mostly. It's
Right.
usually me and my kids working.
Right.
So how do I go from just me? Because he's moving on to college
right.
and he doesn't want to do cotton candy for his life.
No, sure,
So I
sure.
need a partner, someone who knows business.
Right.
Um,
Yeah,
how do I grow from
I
here?
don't want to monopolize the conversation, but I will speak up
Go
on
ahead.
this. I think the best thing to start with is to have a good CPA. And the reason why I say that is because that person, I know personally, and having like matched up people with different CPAs, they become they get paid for the work, but they also become an unpaid partner in a way, because they advise you, right, as you're like, should I add this? And then they'll ask you questions about your cost of goods and how much time and they help you think through things that you might not otherwise do, right?
See,
It
I've
doesn't-
done none of that.
But here, what's great about that also is that they're not making voting decisions on your business, right? They're helping you look at things very objectively from a like cost, time saying cost of acquisition, and just pure money standpoint, which is so valuable, right? And it doesn't mean you have to agree. You might say, hey, you know what, this might be a lost leader at the moment, but I think I want to experiment, try this, right? You don't have to have their approval,
Yeah.
right? So that's one thing to look at, right? Because having, one of the things I teach is about having good financial help and good legal help. And of course, legal help costs more than financial. And financial help, though, can keep you out of legal trouble. So I always tell people to go first with a CPA or a bookkeeper, right? And they will be like, if they say, hey, you're spending way too much on X, Y, or Z, you might want to look at this because you're making more money in this. You probably know that off the top of your head, but they might be looking at things more objectively.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am more of like, how do I go from just me? Because I need somebody because I'm doing all the social media,
Sure.
I'm doing the websites, I'm doing like ordering, the spinning, the
Right.
scrubbing of the machines.
Right.
And the scrubbing of the machine is a full day in itself.
oh, wow.
And every time like
Right.
just the cleaning of the machines,
Right.
the maintenance of the machines, I'm doing that, which learning all about how motors work. And so I just somebody that can do that, also somebody who can go on jobs with me.
Right. And that may not all be the same person. Right,
Mm.
so
Yes,
like you might be able to hire a
But this is a good person to
do some of the other things, you might need to outsource some of the part-time help at events and outsource maybe the mechanical piece, right? But at some point in the future.
Mhm.
So that, yeah, and I mean, I'm at the point where I'm getting, I'm turning down jobs. And so
Mm.
like perhaps I have more carts and be able to send them out.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, ideally in my head, I would love an army of girls in polka dot dresses, like all over the state.
Yeah,
You know, with
With
my
parts and
aesthetic.
ready to go.
cause
Yeah,
I'm like 5 years, I've always been 5 years ahead of everyone. so
yeah. You'd like to stay
It's
there.
coming, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to get in.
no, 'cause I think the
'Cause
brand,
I've
I think
been
the
5
branding,
years.
sorry to interrupt. I think the branding of your business is actually really well done and your social media marketing is good. How many, like, how many jobs do you do on average as of right now? Like for the year, how many do you think?
or for the month.
Or for the
Well,
month?
it's very
Some
seasonal.
Seasonal,
So
huh?
right now, for October, we're doing like 2 to 3 a week.
Two.
But like last
Oh,
year, it
okay.
wasn't like this. Every year, it's building up a little bit.
Yeah, like around the summer time
Yeah,
and stuff.
so next year, and so November, we really don't have hardly anything. Maybe 2 events in the whole month.
Mhm.
Christmas will pick up a little bit with
Mhm.
the holiday parties, and then January, February, nothing.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
And then.
Is that how you
in
want it? Do you
Chico,
want to be clear in January and February?
It's probably just how it
No,
is.
Like,
Yeah.
Stuff like that, so I'm trying to think of how to approach it, and then Chico in the summertime is dead.
Yeah,
It's, I mean, it's really
Okay.
hot, so people aren't staying in town, and people, and when school's out, people are usually hiring me for birthday parties. And since it's summer and kids are out of school, they're doing, their birthday parties at like the water park or Great America. They're not doing them at home.
Right,
Mhm.
right, right.
Mhm.
Have you thought of restaurants?
Um,
As far
yes,
as
I have
providing
done
this
some, but
as a, I don't know if you guys, but I've been to a couple of restaurants, just, Palm Springs and,
What's that?
or Baton Rouge
yeah,
where.
that's like
the
10 years
end-
ahead. So,
I know what that is.
Oh, my mind went to Marion Park,
yeah.
and Dan Gonzalez, who owns Marion Park, is very forward thinking and all on the organic and the specialty, like the Savor ice cream over there, right, is
Yeah.
organic, gluten free, the whole thing.
Vegan, yada, yada.
My mind went to Namasake, as like an ending to the meal.
Mhm.
Yeah,
comes
I
out
have
on
like a
the little
lot of
thing.
ideas.
I'm not kidding.
No,
there
seriously.
is.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
should.
I know.
That's
Love
one
it.
thing, yeah.
That it was like an organic gluten-free
Mhm.
sugar, like with mango and coconut flavors. I've never seen that. It's
Yeah.
not even a package, but
Oh,
like,
actually, the
Where's it
restaurant,
based?
one of the restaurants I went to while I was down in Long Beach, just in the last week,
Mm.
had these little tiny cones
Yes.
of,
yeah.
yeah, that
And
were
they
part
bring
of,
them out in those like the trays with the holes in it.
yeah,
And then they stick it in and they come out and they bring
Yeah,
it to the table for how
exactly.
many people it is.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's the cutest thing.
Mhm.
I don't know, just a thought.
yep, it's not a
Yeah,
bad
like
idea.
my, like, cotton candy dream dessert is to do like, mannequin head made out of chocolate. Do a giant cotton candy wig on top of it.
Okay,
with a
Actually
big
cool.
green- Because that's my aesthetic,
well,
that's
that's
my
a,
branding.
well, that's a senior,
That's what it
excuse me,
looks
a
like, so to
center,
have this
Yeah,
giant.
it's
a
dessert that
centerpiece.
everybody-
Yeah.
piece, but what you're describing then could be the thing that complements,
Yes,
right?
and
Mhm.
the
Even with or without the
Yeah.
centerpiece.
I have given tubs to
I'm
restaurants
gonna go close the door.
like that I thought were,
Thank
you know, more adventurous, and nobody's bitten yet.
Maybe not
And some
here, but maybe in
caterers have done like the glitter bombs for some caterers for their cocktails and stuff,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
but hasn't really gone any further than that.
Do you have like a scheduling, like, you know how for people who do eyebrows, they have like a scheduler, like, hey, these are my available dates, schedule with me, or another thing that I was thinking of, sorry, another thing that I was thinking of was you were talking or asking about like the cake promos, or getting more cake clients. Have you done any promotions with them? Like, hey, like if you get like a bucket, you get like a half off of a cake, just so people can start,
Trying
fighting,
it.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, I've done like contests, you know, share, post and share, like and share the cakes.
Yeah.
I've done, yeah,
Nothing
I've done
crazy,
some,
yeah.
I just
Do you-
haven't.
Do you have like e-commerce on your website? Like you don't sell, you just sell the event. You don't sell like the buckets or the bombs on your website? Be a good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you start doing that kind of, yeah, I was like,
Mhm.
start doing that kind of stuff, it's a little bit. And then you said TikTok. I love TikTok. I'm a TikTok fanatic,
How to use it,
unfortunately.
right?
That
Looking
I
at
can
what
do,
to do.
yeah. So some of the things I watch, again, avid TikTok user. Videos, I've seen videos of people spinning and then they create like flowers and stuff. Love watching those. Those are
Oh,
my
yeah,
favorite.
that family,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And so recently, another thing I've seen with like vendors and stuff, like cake vendors, I've also been into, and obviously they have like a lot of likes and views, are packing videos for some reason. People like to see how things are packed, like
Yeah,
how
how it's
you
made,
how it's
almost.
made, yeah, basically how it's made,
Like
how
that
it goes
show.
from made to like how it's packaged
Yeah.
and like sent out.
You need somebody to help you with that though, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm by myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So
There
I
you go.
can't hold a camera
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and film while I'm.
Yeah, you gotta get a
might have to get a
tripod.
stand.
Yeah, a tripod.
Yeah.
A little
I-
investment.
It's
Yeah.
the editing.
No, it
I
takes a
have
little
a
bit.
tripod, the camera keeps flipping upside
Yeah.
down on it.
You
It's
need-
not too.
Right.
No, I
On a
just-
very basic
other
level,
people-
are you using any kind of social media calendar? So then maybe like you organize your day in like a couple hours and then you could do some posts. And so there's quite a few, so you can reschedule your social media. So you're not just doing it on the fly all the time, it's
Mhm.
currently, because that's stressful. Trust me, this is what we do.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't-
But
never
there
heard of
are,
that.
so we use later, there's quite a few of them, so I can refer this to you.
You can even do
But you
some
can-
through Instagram. Mhm.
Yeah.
You can, and it'll post to all your platforms all at once.
Okay, yeah, cause when I have time to post, it's usually like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. And then
Right,
you,
Right.
yeah, so you can do,
Okay.
like she was saying, you'll like
Schedule for 10 the next morning.
do like,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're like making them Saturday, create all your, like, get all your content on Saturday, edit it. There's like lots of great editors, like CapCut is really good for like free. Yeah, CapCut's really good. We use Canva for like flyers and stuff, but it seems like you do more videos. I would suggest CapCut. And then, yeah, you just like make a caption, upload it, and then at 11 o'clock at night, instead of like sporadically posting them, you can start commenting or like replying to comments on them and stuff. like that.
Way less stressful.
Yeah, way less stressful. And then
I'm
also
gonna do this
too,
on Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 4 and all my content's done for the next week.
yeah,
Then you don't have to worry about it or whatever works for you.
Yeah, okay.
But you're not posting it to each platform each time because it's super
Yeah.
time consuming. It's crazy.
yeah,
It's like, Mom, when are you gonna be done?
yeah.
And then also what I can do is forward you, the SBDC does a lot of great social media webinars.
Mhm.
So I'll forward you their link. It's the Small Business Development Center.
Kind of
there's
like
a
Score.
one here, but They
Yeah.
do a lot. Lauren has this girl there that we still watch them because
Mhm.
there's still new stuff coming up all the time.
Yeah.
And she even goes over like the social media calendars and how to use it, and so it's very helpful. It might just get you over that hump, you know what I mean? So I'll send you that stuff.
And then when like, I really like your why. I like how it's very personal to yourself. And I know you said like it's a lot like the allergy kick. I think that's more because people, I don't know, I'm from LA. So it's like I have always heard about like, oh, I'm gluten free, I'm this, I'm that. So it was kind of funny to like come up here and not have that for a while, and then I started hearing it again. But I think that like you should have at least like print out of something like that size and just put your why on there so people don't ask you as much and they have something to read while waiting in line.
Yeah.
And by the time they get to you, they're like, they know your story, they know you, and it's
Good
more
idea.
personal. Yeah.
Yeah, people, have also told me that I should have something like that that says we do parties.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, a little thing on the side too as well, or like a little table sign as well would be
How to
really
find us,
helpful.
put your social media.
Yeah.
if it's not already.
Yeah. Or a QR. I always tell everyone QR code.
Totally.
People like
Oh,
I
yeah, someone
I
has
love
suggested a QR
a
code.
like a random QR code with nothing on it, just so because I again as someone who's like unfortunately very much on the internet all the
Yeah.
time. If I see a QR code, I'm like, "Oh, what is this? I don't care if I get hacked. Like, I'm like, what is, obviously, like, if it's in front of your cart, there people are gonna think they're getting hacked, but they're like, what is this? And then it automatically takes them to your social media. And like, I just followed you, seeing your social media. One, it's colorful. Two, like, it's very personal. Like, you're not just some robot. Like, you're not just some weird man behind it. Like, that's what I've seen a lot of, like, cotton candy. It's like a man chest down, just spitting the cotton candy. You know, that's not very personal, and your page really is. And I
Absolutely.
really like that. And compliments to you on that too. Your page is very well maintained, and you have over 1,000 followers. Which is so good, yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's really
Facebook, I got
great.
one page
Yeah,
that-
that's really great, because I guess like it's getting work isn't your problem, it's like maintaining everything. So, like, I
Exactly.
think
Get
once
some
you
help.
like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, once you get that help, I think it'd be so easy,
Yeah.
like off the top of my head, I already texted a friend like, hey, do you want a job tomorrow or next Saturday with
Oh.
organic? And it could be just like you said, word of mouth of just knowing like a reliable group and like their friends, like the done deal guys, like a lot of the people that they're askers are like people they know, people who are reliable. So
Mhm.
that's always good. Also on like Facebook, I've seen, it's a little scarier on Facebook just because like people get scammed, but I've seen people who like gardeners who are like, hey, I need someone this Saturday. I had someone call out, I just need someone to pull weeds. Is anyone available as well?
Maybe there's a local group that's already Facebook.
Yeah, or like, I know Chico Needs like allows that on their Facebook page as well. But yeah, just getting someone to like help you on that aspect and marketing as someone who is a business management and HR major, like I never thought I was gonna be in the marketing realm. Sales is not my forte, just because I fear rejection. But like once you get a good grasp of it, it's kind of just like awkward. Like you kind of like, and it's exciting because it's changing all the time. Like people's attention spans in today's age, so small.
Yeah.
So it's like it's fun to like go with that, and you already have that creative aspect to yourself. So I think it would just go so well once you like have that comfortability with it. Yeah, it's very authentic too.
Yeah, I'm redoing my cart, so I did videos on that,
Yeah,
on, it's like every year it needs to be redone, refinished.
yeah,
So this year I started filming it and I'm like, okay, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 126. And oh my gosh, we got like 2,000 views on
Yeah.
things like that.
people love the
So,
behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
then I got too busy, so now I'm at the final part. I
Yeah.
need to redo it. I need to touch it up and do the final place, but yeah, it's so strange that like people will come up and say, oh, I've been watching your story. Oh, I love the polka dots.
Isn't that
Like,
crazy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody in this world knows I exist.
yeah,
Oh my God, it's crazy.
no,
You can find about the seniors, though.
yeah,
Mhm.
Dad is the biggest cotton candy. Like, I'm not kidding, like they buy it at TJ. I mean, it's,
Oh,
Yeah,
mine's so
that would fall
different,
out.
yeah, so like.
Yeah.
It's anytime you buy something fresh.
Yeah.
You know, or use quality ingredients, it's so much better. And so, yeah, the senior centers, I'm not sure how to approach it. I guess you
Get
know.
them on.
get them on.
the terraces out by California Park.
Oh, yeah.
Brad Acevedo, they do parties all the time,
Mhm.
and they invite the public to them.
Oh.
It's not just for their, you know, the people that live there.
Yeah.
They invite people all the time to come out there, because I think that, and kids, because they love, right, seniors love when the kids come too, and, just saw something for Halloween.
Yeah.
So I'll give you his name, super nice, he's been around Chico forever, he grew up here, went to TV. His
I
real
love
estate
TV
mortgage
family.
profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I.
Cool.
Okay.
And then,
So
you know,
just
and again,
a
you're
cold
just,
call.
you know, all at once, it's a lot, but maybe just start there and see.
Mhm.
They have stuff like 2 times a month.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's a really good point. So, and then the Chamber of Commerce, I don't know if you've connected with them at all. They're right across the street.
Yeah,
Of
we've done-
course,
Mhm.
might be an idea, big number, I don't know. Because they, you know, even for like, business parties and things like that, you know, money goes for rent. My question to you, what's your end goal? Like, you know, my concern as you started saying this, I'm like, okay, who's your competition? How many, are there companies that are packaging like this many flavors and organic and nut free and, you know, is that something that you consider?
There's people, like I belong to like cotton candy groups. And what's so cool is there's moms like me all over the country that are trying to like, that need extra money or starting it with their kids. And so, but everybody has a different angle. There are some that do organics, you know, and some that do just cakes and stuff. But, there, as far as being around here, there's nothing from here or Sacramento. I would love to have to just like have a warehouse with parts and, cotton candy
Yeah,
girls
coconut
going
lady.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
but do I wanna spend that much time? How much time? I can't do that on my own.
No, 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 I mean,
So, like,
that's growing,
There
right?
was a
Yeah.
meeting, like, if I have anybody to help me, I'd love to do music fests and, you
yeah,
know, have like 6 cotton candy machines at like a big music fest.
yeah.
Lines going.
Hey, y'all, thank you for being here with us again. That was a great presentation from Irene. I think that was fantastic. Really brought the spirits up here in the office for this morning. Absolutely. So, a big thank you from your 1 Million Cups organizers. My name is George Bell, your host and organizer, along with our chapter lead, Eva Shepherd. Big shout out to our sponsors. We got Chico Start, Grow Tech, SBDC, Habo, Tri-Counties Bank, Startup Grind, Global Entrepreneur Network. Big thank you to y'all. Coming up in our pipeline at the chicostart.com/events, you can find any of these events coming up. We have our Grow Tech Fest, Sierra Nevada Big Room on Wednesday, November 6th. Can't wait to see everyone there. Then shortly after that, November 20th, we have our Global Entrepreneurship Week. There you can find some more 1 Million Cups presentations. We have your Build Your Business in 30 Minutes, leveraging AI with ours truly, Eva Shepherd. Then we have our buddy Manny doing high content marketing. We got our buddy Keith doing source advisors, tax lead, and then we got our friend Jason Yugi doing what is design thinking and why it's important. So be on the lookout for some of those things coming up. Again, you can find that at 1 Million Cups or at chicostart.com. Again, if you'd like to kind of be a part of our community, feel free to check us out at 1 Million Cups /Chico. And then if you want to kind of keep in that Chico Start pipeline and kind of find some more of those events, again, feel free to check us out at chicostart.com and sign up for our newsletter. You'll be able to find it there. So big thank you from y'all. I've actually took our quote for the day from our friends at SCORE. And it says, a winner is just a loser who tried one more time. So always keep that in mind. So everyone have a good one. Thank you so much for being here for another 1 Million Cups. Bye.
Thank you.